Is Ganon really that
I'm just imagining,
strong?
like, just milestone moments of your life, like graduating high school. You almost failed. It's just your teacher stamping an F on your paper. Doria!
Go to your job interview for your current job, and he's just waiting there behind the door, charging the kick, just waiting.
All right, let me open this door to the workshop. No! Pokemon had another little trailer thing. Showed off some new Dynamax forms, which are like the giant forms. Charizard looks fucking.
So dumb.
I'm so
I
tired
hate
of
all
Pokemon.
of it. How y'all hitting 1,000 with all the humans and the Pokemon are just stinking up the joint? That coffin looks so dumb.
I like Dynamax Charizard. He looks pretty fucking
They
sick.
keep willing out Charizard.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm sick of it. Blastoise and Venusaur gets no kind of love. Char is always Charizard, and I'm sick of it.
It's because Charizard, man.
Yeah. Charizard the best.
He's not the best.
He is the best.
Charizard the best.
He's not.
But
He is.
so they showed off a bunch of different Dynamax forms, and they have ones for the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And I just love the fact that Let's Go Pikachu's Dynamax form is just original fat Pikachu.
Seriously,
It is
it's
all
amazing.
it is.
Can we talk
It
about
is-
Meowths, though?
I hate it. It looks so stupid.
Long cat.
I hate it.
Very long cat.
Yeah.
Like, Pikachu's like, oh, okay, that's a cute callback. Meowth. Wait, guys, what the fuck?
That's the,
That-
that was the drugs finally kicking in. Like, they had some good designs, and then, like, at the peak of the creative portion of their high, they made Sirfetch'd, who's amazing. And then then they lost the buzz, and Dynamax Meowth came out of it. Robert Downey Jr.'s Doolittle.
Oh,
The-
did you
The
see
accent
the Reddit,
is the thing.
Uh-huh.
see the Reddit stuff?
No.
Wait, what?
The Reddit stuff surrounding Doolittle. There was a dude that was working on a production company, and he just started releasing information. So
Oh.
the director was a piece of that clearly was out of his league and did not know what he was doing and
Oh, great.
micromanaging everything. So they would be shooting for the day, and the people would go, "So where are the animals going to be placed? Because we need to know where Downey's going to be standing, so we can place the animals there in post." And he goes, we'll figure it out. Just get this shot of shooting."
Hmm.
Great.
And there's like 5 stories of that.
We'll just
Interesting.
we'll feel it out. Great.
The dude ended it with, "I don't know who the production company is that they brought in, but if they can make it even watchable, they all deserve a raise." So he's thinking this is gonna be a dumpster fire.
Interesting.
I'd believe it. Which would be very sad for Downey, I feel like. He'd just kind of be annoyed.
Who cares? He doesn't care.
Oh, he doesn't.
Need it.
He's-
This
he's
dude
made his
is
money.
doing. This is a passion project out there.
Yeah.
He's just like, whatever, freaking dog movie, polar bear, let's rock it.
Yeah,
He don't need this.
He's set for life.
Oh yeah, he's done. He's 100% done.
If they just go, this guy's eating 5 devil fruits, nobody wants to see that. Because it's such a
you
drop
say
from
that.
the Oda quality.
You say that.
You say that, BG, but we got Jinbei fans out there.
You have
Pumping
Jinbei
they fist.
stands out there. People who stand
Everybody
Jinbei.
wants to see SS5 Goku. Everybody's waiting for that next one.
I think people just want Super Saiyan 4 back.
Oh, definitely. It's the best form. It's the best form.
It's the best form.
I just
But
on that
Go
note,
ahead.
you guys just put out as the first episode of A New Revisited.
Oh.
It was so fun. It
Was it,
wasn't
DA?
fun at all.
Was it?
I got so angry, and I'm like, I hate feeling this way. And then I just got drained of energy. I'm like, well, at least I know that I'm not a murderer or anything. It's like, all right, take me in, officer. I did it. Because I just got drained for like 5 minutes. I'm like, I gotta keep the energy up, and I'm just like, oh, BG, go on a huge rant. And BG's like, well, that sucks. Pause, look at me. I'm like, I'm done.
Oh no.
Take the ball, BG.
Oh no. No, sir.
You
Because
dribbling the rest of this shot clock out, my friend.
The issue with that was you went 4.5 minutes. We played about 20 seconds. I went for maybe 40 seconds, and then you jumped right back in. So I'm like, oh, he's got more in him. And then for the beginning of part 2, you go on another rant.
Oh.
And then you just, for like 5 minutes, go, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, he threw.
Oh, he used it all up. He got nothing left.
He threw it all
I'm
at the
not
spirit
an
bomb and still
I'm
had
not an
14
angry
more episodes
person.
to go.
But this dude was talking all this hot nonsense.
Yeah, that was terrible.
And I just exploded like 3 times. And then I just went, and it wasn't like fun. Genlock sucks. Oh my goodness. This was like, dude, you're doing stuff that legitimately pisses me off.
He was so mad.
Did y'all see that updated Sonic?
Yes.
I was
No.
gonna get to that after this.
Okay.
We stand with movies.
All right. Yes, he looks so much better.
Look good.
Oh, what
It
happened?
looked
EA?
big good.
You were the one talking
No,
about.
no. I said it looked fine. Now I'm
Uh-huh.
saying it looks good.
Bruh.
I never said that looked good.
Bruh.
I was on the fine train.
That train was a crash because he wasn't fine.
Yeah.
He wasn't okay.
We still doing this.
He wasn't a 5.56.
We still doing
He was a 2.
Yes.
That is
That looks so much
very
better.
correct.
Yeah,
It looks so much better.
I said there was always room for improvement.
You're
That I always said.
There was
that.
only room for improvement. That was a lead titanium inlaid fucking ground you had to dig to get worse.
It wasn't gonna be worse, kid.
Google was saying how their technology is going to be so advanced that they're going to have something called negative latency, which doesn't fucking exist.
Mm-hmm.
Latency, by its very definition, is delay. You can't go negative with delay. It's no longer latency at that point. And at that point, too, what they're saying is the game is going to play itself. So, BG, if you for some reason decided to get Stadia and got Mortal Kombat for it and wanted to be the best online at Google Stadia Mortal Kombat, your inputs will be predicted. How does that make you feel? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 223. Kind of slurred there. Podcast of Stuff. Enunciation. Hey, Ezra, what's up?
Oh, were you so tired from your revisited yesterday?
No.
Were you amped up?
By the end of it, I was wide awake.
It gives you that shot of adrenaline.
That's why I kept re-listening. So yeah, on that note, also, fun fact, the reason we delayed the podcast was because someone said that they needed it to be delayed. Guess who's not here?
Surely not the person that needed it delayed.
Yeah, I'm running late right now. Sorry about that, y'all.
Sorry, DA, I didn't know you were here. Okay, we can start now.
All right. Whew.
So, yeah, Ralph will be here at some point, I think. We haven't received any correspondence since he said, hey, can we start at 9:30? So, probably at like 10 o'clock, we might see him.
Guys, a plane flew into my house.
That sure is unlucky.
I'm gonna be like 7 minutes late. Okay.
Oh, boy. What's up, Triton? So, yes, yesterday evening, we actually recorded the Comey Revisited. And there was like honest, it's weird to say, but honestly, like a slight nervousness at the beginning. Because, like, you know, I
You don't know how well you're gonna like critique a video.
Exactly.
We always have that because it's like, oh man, what if this video sucks? What if we don't have too much to say about it? Nah,
Who is we?
Those Mark videos, they're like half the length that they should be because he's just pontificating.
Yeah, but I'm never nervous about it.
I always have those doubts.
No.
Nervousness is maybe not the good word, but I completely understand, Mike.
But yeah.
I also learned that if you're hosting, you have a tick. If I'm not there, you have a tick.
What's the tick?
Yeah.
Because DA hosted because BG was not on that episode.
They'll say something, you'll go, yeah. They'll say something, yeah. They'll say something.
Elaborated quite a lot.
Dude, I'm telling you, as the person that was sitting right next to you, I was like, wow, he is saying yeah.
Okay,
a lot.
okay, so there were some times where I'm like, yeah, and I would try to jump in, but I'm like, okay, there's a Discord thing. I would try to jump in, but I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, okay, so I also have a point, but I'm gonna bring up my point later once I finish up. But I'm just interjecting myself. I'm just dipping my toe in the water, like, yeah, I'm here. I have a point.
Now, there were times like that. I'm not talking about those times. I'm talking about the straight. I'm agreeing with what you're saying. Yeah, you add nothing further. It was just going, yeah, and then blah blah blah, yeah, and then blah blah blah, yeah.
But I do that. But we both do that.
But
that is something that just happens in conversation.
It was a lot.
Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to it and
Please
then just disprove
it. Was
just disprove
dude.
And then that's like, oh man,
it was.
And then you're gonna be the one saying yeah, and I'm like, yeah.
Triton,
Well, what the fuck did I walk into?
I think hey, he's here. Triton, I think we need some new stats. We need a revisited yeah count.
Just do it on the Comey one. Just do DA on the Comey one. Cause my God, I think I'm gonna put it up tomorrow. It was a lot.
Wait,
oh
really?
no, he responded.
All right.
Talking about NAM restrictions. Talking about gone.
But
So
yeah,
you're editing the
af-
Comey one, BG.
after the initial like nerves went away, and then like we kind of really got into the meat of the video, and boy was this video juicy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it, and I had to say too.
I fucking went off.
Today I've actually started rereading Comey from the beginning, and I literally got to right before this podcast, right to the end of volume 3. This motherfucker.
How did you feel, Mike? Was everybody one-dimensional? Did they have like no purpose?
Like the only character that I will say like, yeah, you can complain about is the Yandere girl. I kind of forget her name.
Yeah.
Just like I could get a complaint against her. But there's this one chapter that is like right before the summer festival. And then we already said the summer festival has an amazing moment in it. There's just a chapter where Comey is just playing in a playground by herself. It is one of the most wholesome, awesome things in this manga. And this guy's just like, nah. It's just
on moment.
But yeah,
Oh no, Ezra, be excited. This video is legit.
It is. Like I said, after we recorded, I literally was just sitting there listening to it for the next couple hours.
Dude, Revisited will do that to you. It's
Revisited
the
is
most
something else.
fun.
It's something else.
But actually, the one thing I
How
wanted
did
to
it
mention
feel on the
too-
rewatch, Mike?
Hmm?
How did it feel on the rewatch?
Good, very. They're like,
I mean, it was long, so that means that there was a lot of stuff in there.
We talked about a lot of stuff. There's great reactions. There was quite a few moments too, just like from like to me an improv perspective, where it's just like there's a moment in particular. I'm not gonna say it because I want people to see it. You basically Ralph threw out a pebble, and that pebble, like the ripples got to me, and then I added to it, and then the ripples got to DA, and he added to it, and it's good stuff. Just all around. But one thing that I think actually might help, because like there's future plans to try and do more where Ralph and I join for some other stuff. So one thing I think might help with the like where DA was mentioning, it's like trying to like butt in, not for the recordings, but for us to actually have webcams on, because I think like us seeing each other like about to talk might help with that.
Does GA even own a webcam?
He has a laptop.
He does on his laptop.
I thought he would have gouged that out. I thought he'd be too scared to have a laptop.
What?
Webcam.
What? I'm not a conspiracy dude. If
You
somebody
are a
wants to see me butt naked, go ahead. I got nothing to hide. Just that's your problem. What am I doing where I'm like, oh, I gotta cover up my camera? No.
Hey, you had that in pillow for a long time.
That pillow was it was a victory. I won
Dude,
it at my
everything questionable that you have is a victory.
It
of
most
some
certainly is, and that speaks to my character, sir. I don't own these things. I was gifted them by means of combat and victory, and I'm just using the spoils of war. What's the problem with it?
On a whole is a
Okay, not that way.
To be specific,
That was more of a trophy until I lost it.
to be
Lost.
specific,
Lost.
is it Kaon, right?
Kaon, yep.
KS, a Kaon own a hole.
hmm Specifically branded.
Triton's right. You barely own the phone.
Okay, that's fine. But we're talking about then, or we
Oh,
talking about now?
I keep forgetting that like Triton basically knows our history. I'm like, wait, how
Dude,
does
it's
he?
a
Oh yeah,
sad
he literally
and
has.
long
He
history.
knows like the past 4 years of our life.
Triton knows the deep lore.
Yeah. He still has like there is a whole other podcast that is like kind of there.
No, it's not.
It's not worthwhile now because so much of the best stuff is gone.
Well, it's
The
there's
first
still the
clip
YouTube
show is
channel,
gone.
right? There's still
No. There's episode 1 through like 60 something, and then it stops until like 116 or so.
Yeah, we get that hot shonen time skip, and it's all very different. A lot of shit that happened there is gone.
Okay, I'll have
Because
to
we
look.
were on Justin TV at the time, so we
Yeah.
were just letting it
Yeah, that's right.
stay
that's right.
there.
Yeah, I'll have to look.
And-
I know all. I'll have to look. I just
He's the Deckard Cain of our fucking podcast, and I don't like it.
hello. Good morning.
Would you like to hear the tale of 2200? Sit a while and listen.
He could probably do that. But
He could.
I just recently downloaded like all of the files from my last computer onto an external, and I need to sift through
Oh,
them.
no.
So hopefully, I might be able to find some podcast stuff. Hopefully, fingers crossed. For yep, but but yes. As a weekly reminder, Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate. Keep wearing your masks if you're not vaccinated. Still kind of wear them if you are vaccinated. And go get your friggin' vaccinations.
No, yep is not good.
Good stuff.
Not
We-
even,
we
There
are-
was
not
some
even
good
close.
stuff in there.
This is how old were we when we started that?
18.
Was it?
No, you were 18. I was 20.
Okay.
It was 9 years ago.
Jesus F. No, I was 21 then.
It was almost a decade ago.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah, we were babies.
2000. I thought it was like 2009, wasn't it?
I would have been
Hang
either
on.
19 or 20, depending on the time of
I
year.
thought it was 2019. That's what 2009. I mean,
There's 1 through 74. There's a bit of a gap. It hits 88, and then it goes. Nope, it's still going. And then once 94,
Dude.
94 through 127.
Don't say that,
there's the gap.
please.
I'm
That
just
makes me-
saying.
That
if
makes
you,
me
No, he's
no,
talking
no,
about
not
Triton.
you, Triton. That makes me feel old as shit.
You are. We are.
if you want to go back to that, if you want to go back to that YouTube channel, you'll see the first ever episode of Revisited.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, the Superman Batman stuff.
Oh man. No.
2011 August was our first
Dark
episode.
times. Dark times.
2011, so I would have been 21. 20 to 21. I will say, like,
Yeah, that's
most
when
of
we
it
revisit.
is...
We had already been podcasting before that. We started in 2009, I'm telling you.
No.
No,
No.
because I don't think we even
We thought
met
about
Mike
it for,
until
like, a
YomaCon
year.
2009.
Yeah, we thought about it for, like, a year or two. And we kept pussyfooting around it. And then finally it was just like, let's just record something. And then we started.
Yeah, we were all talking in a call, and then we were just like, let's just start it now.
And here we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
chunk of that old podcast, especially towards the beginning, is anime music video AMV centric, because that was why we started it. But then we started veering off into anime and other stuff. But then that led into conventions and convention stories and convention horror stories, and then video games and other stuff.
Let's Jack Lone shit.
Then we
Never
yeah,
forget.
there are a few live episodes where, I mean, most of you have seen my face at this point, just because of usually when we do non-podcast streams, I have a webcam on, but you can see Ralph and DA and BG, or that guy and that other guy from Revisited.
No,
Man,
That was
DA, we looked terrible when we were younger.
That was so hard, by the way, in Revisited. Anytime I'm just like hidden, I was trying to be respectful of the format. So every
No,
time, like,
It's a soft rule. It's a soft rule.
I saw that rule existed and I said to hell with it.
oh yeah, okay, yeah, we probably done some live podcasts for here too. That's true.
Okay, and now you guys have fans. That is the first time it's been said openly by somebody on chat. We have fans, guys.
It's unnerving.
I thought it was rough
and they are
when
named
my
Drew.
good friend Drew was fucking quote dropping Mike in a hotel room. Like, okay, I've known him forever. That makes sense. We don't know you. Random people being able to come up and be like, I know the deep lore. I insert quote here. I'm like, what?
Yeah, there should
It's
be some
terrifying.
heavy quotation marks around that as a.
It's
all right.
really not hard to find a lot of our faces out there.
It really isn't. As long as you know the
DA's
YouTube-
face should be the hardest to find. You exist in the FGC. Mike streams. I'm a thing. I exist somewhere. DA, he's on like the pedophile watch list, sure, but that's about it.
Proper pedo. What's up?
Oh boy.
No, I think DA might be findable. He's not
He
paying
would watch.
attention because he's trying to write this comment, yo.
Dude,
Dude, these commenters piss us off.
Huh?
revisited commenters.
Oh.
Yeah, like if, like the ways you could kind of randomly find him is through voice actors that will post pictures with him and the collages that he makes. I think that's like,
If you follow certain voice actors on Twitter, you might have seen his face and not even realized it.
yeah.
It's disgusting.
He rubs
Yeah,
shoulders with the big
It's
names.
I
disgusting.
mean, my face, because I think I'm all right.
That goes without saying. I'm talking about
the beard
you
hides a
knowing-
lot of pain.
I'm talking about you walking up to and voice actors. They're like, "Okay, what's up? How you doing today? How's your con been?
There's
Why do they care about
There's
you?
only 3 that do that. There's only 3 that.
And who are they? Aren't they big names? Who are they, sir?
Lucy
Ian
Christensen.
Sinclair,
Ian Sinclair,
Lucy
Monica
Christensen.
Rial,
Monica Real,
Todd Havercorn.
Todd
Lucy
Habercorn.
Christensen can be added to that list.
She might not know me by face, but once you see there's a lot of people
No,
once
I
they see the
mentioned
collage, they
you
go,
by
boom, it's
name.
you.
I was for MatsuriCon. We run like the AMV contest and some other panels and stuff at the convention here in Columbus, and we were backstage and like we were basically saying like, "Hey, come to our room, watch AMVs, what have you." And then I got to talk very briefly with Lucy Christensen and Justin Briner.
Mike, really quick. It's Lucy Christian.
Christian, sorry.
Yes.
Ooh.
You're thinking of Hayden Christensen. You got Star Wars brain.
Is it Justin Briner though? That's Deku, right?
Yes, it is.
So talking with him, and I literally said like just like the work you're in, and like I'm actually good friends with I think someone that you've had a couple of conversations with, Lucy. He made a bunch of paper mache collages that I believe you have hanging in your office. She's like, "Oh yeah, King Brown."
Why have I not heard this story?
I've said this before.
Yes.
Has he?
I remember this story.
Yeah.
I remember this
Yeah.
story.
Wait a second. I don't remember that story. Wait a second. What? Word?
You know what? You might have told it during the opening ceremony to us when
maybe.
he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Maybe. I feel like I've said it on the podcast before. But yeah, that is a thing that happened.
Hey, wait a second. What? Lucy?
Oh, that's the one. The other three you named is just like, oh yeah, what? Now you jizzing.
What? Yo!
Yes.
Yes, like I said before, disgusting. Disgusting.
But yeah,
Collages? Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. Instantly. Disgusting.
but yeah.
All I've done is done one interview with somebody. People know you by name. But I love that interview. My God, he was great.
Who did he play in Danganronpa?
What?
Who did he play in
Oh,
Danganronpa?
he played Byakuya Tagami,
Okay, yeah.
the glasses dude,
Yeah.
the blonde hair glasses
The
dude,
pompous
and he also
guy.
played Monodam in the third game,
Okay.
the green one.
Lucy.
I think I just made this man's
Disgusting.
night. Okay.
And then you gotta go look at that comment.
So, for the topics today, have a bunch of little smaller things, and then 2 very big discussions. Did anyone watch the second episode of Loki?
Yep.
I did.
I did not. I can walk out the room if y'all need.
I just the one thing I wanted to talk about that episode, and it kind of relies on you and something you said about it last week.
Probably not worth talking about then.
Is it Lady Loki?
No.
I care about spoilers, so
We'll save it there.
Yeah, I'll save it. Second episode's good. Go watch it. We got a
Yeah.
new.
I don't know what people were hating on about it beyond the breaking up stuff for the time stuff. It kind of breaks people's free will and stuff.
Is it like? Is
Which
it,
I kind of addressed in the second episode.
that's the biggest issue. Okay, I'm looking forward to see how they.
that's literally what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's not really a spoiler.
Yeah, it's just I just found it funny that like you brought that up as a super huge gripe, and they like talk about it in the next episode. I'm like, wow, okay.
Okay. No, because they know that's a huge problem. It's like world breaking.
Yeah.
Not world breaking, but it affects everything that comes before this.
Yes.
And they know that.
I mean, it's kind of the whole same thing with JoJo, like where it's like how far you go into the whole fate thing.
Yeah.
There's the
Yeah.
scale
It's
of
like,
balance.
why doesn't everybody just stab themselves with the arrow again?
Mm-hmm.
We've legit never seen it fail.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Next
So,
up,
yeah.
we got.
Speaking of, oh, sorry, I'm sorry to cut you off, dude. JoJo's is about to end, part 8 at least.
That's what I saw you saying. Like, and apparently it's pretty abrupt.
Dude, it went from I didn't think it was gonna end this year to it's ending within the next chapter or 2.
Oh,
It would have to be within the next 2 chapters because of the volume release sort of thing. Did you see the video that I posted in our GD?
I didn't see it, but I saw the video itself. I didn't see the video itself. I should say, but
Yeah, it was by friend of the show, Hamon Beat. We've done 2 videos on them.
That's why I didn't watch it. I remember now.
No, it's a pretty good video. It's just all the things that are left unexplained in JoJo's, and he breaks it down like
Part
these are
8.
the thing. Part 8, yeah. These are the things that are unexplained. Here are the things that need to be explained and explored. Here are the things that may have just been dropped, so it's just whatever. But here are the things that definitely we need to talk about and address. So, and he theorizes that there's no way that it can end within the next chapter or 2. Maybe he I think he said 7. But we'll see.
That's why
It seems very definitive, but there are a lot of loose ends that are just sitting there.
Absolutely.
I talked to Chris about it, and I'm like, look, Araki's getting old. I don't know if he wants to get on to part 9 or...
That's what I was thinking. I think he took like 2 breaks kind of recently-ish, like within the past year and a half or so. And I'm thinking...
Which is uncommon for him.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, those were just times to research what he wanted to do for part 9. I think he was just like, I don't want to keep doing part 8. It's going on too long. Let's just end it. Let's get to part 9.
I think low 2 chapters, high 7.
High 5 for me.
ooh,
I don't see. I mean, they're
That-
double chapters, so
bet.
No bet, because it's whatever. It's the whim of Araki. Araki's is a madman, and the chains are loose, so
Yeah.
it could legit go on for another 3 years.
it could be
for
done
him.
now.
Yeah, he could be like, that was the last chapter.
He can release a half chapter and then like a preview for part 9. Like he don't care no more, which is the best Araki. So yeah, part 8, depending on the final chapter or 2, is probably gonna slide into my 3rd spot, maybe 4th, because the end really dragged it down. But there's so many highs in the beginning,
Big highs.
so many in highs.
So we'll see.
I'd like to point out that BG said "so yeah" twice in about the last 5 minutes.
Oh snap! Got him.
Oh, yeah, in the past 5 minutes, listen to DA.
Is it really that bad?
It was legit like 6 in a minute.
I don't believe that was it.
I mean,
What
like,
was
that's-
it in
that's-
reference to? What was it about?
It was just like him responding to us when we were talking.
Yeah. You guys were talking, and he was just agreeing with you with a yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, and I had not heard it that fervently before. Where it wasn't like yeah going into new thing, it was just straight yeah.
But was it and they continue talking, or press play?
It was kept talking, kept
Yeah.
talking. Hold on,
No.
listen, this is what it was. Yeah, they kept talking. Yeah, they kept talking. Yeah, they kept talking. Yeah, they kept talking. Press play.
I do not believe that's what happened. I don't. You telling me that I don't interject? I'll just say 6 times in a minute and not say anything after? I do not believe that's what's happened. I believe that that's mad skewed.
Potentially.
It absolutely
If
is.
only we
That
have
is-
this
that is-
recorded.
I don't have anything to say about Comey.
No,
Come
it's
on
recorded,
now.
so
Come
you know,
on now.
it's the proof is there.
Eat your wheat.
Well, I mean, like, all of us
I
have,
will,
like,
but I won't have fun with it.
all of us have speech tics in a way. I say like 18,000 times in a minute.
I missed the clip show.
Is my thinking word. We rediscovered a Ralph speech tic is when he gets super flustered. He like has little stuttering fits every once in a while.
Dude, I was like, what's he doing? He was so
And
mad.
we had not heard that in so long.
Years.
It has
years.
been so long. It was great.
I was so
Boy, that brought
mad.
it out of y'all.
I was mad. Like
Big mad.
I fucking lost my cool in every sense. To keep myself from yelling took every iota of power I had in my mind.
Oh, I yelled, peaked the mic quite a few times. I've now turned on some settings on my mixer to try and help with that.
Hey, I don't think unless there's another just like that dude was a bum. Unless there's another bum Comey video, I don't think you're gonna get that.
No,
You were screaming.
I don't think so. Like that. It was so bad. Like, I'm trying to think of just emphasis words, but no, it was just straight bad.
You can't even come up with adequate descriptors of the bad.
In the heaviest of bold, plain text. Bad.
Dude, I that entire shit had all of us melting down. Absolute bubble. I could not perceive the possibility that this man was being serious a third of the way into it. I thought this had to be humor. Had to be.
No.
And then we got halfway through, and then the rage kicked in.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, we will.
Okay, yeah, people
Yeah.
don't want any
Yeah,
more
we'll
spoilers
stop,
for the
we'll stop,
Comey video.
We'll stop. So, sorry, it's just, it was fun. It was very fun. So, going back to the news. Excuse me. We got a new trailer for Titans for season 3.
Oh, damn me, I didn't even see it.
Mm-hmm.
How did it look?
I thought they were done with that.
Nope.
They were done with it
Back.
on DC Universe, it was called.
Yeah. DC Universe is done, but the shows live on. Harley Quinn, what have
Yeah,
you.
they just moved it over there.
But yeah, I mean, just like light little tidbits. It's set in Gotham City, and certain big moments for certain characters in their comic book lore are happening. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Yep. I think I already know where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Titans a lot too, Gavin. I think it was overblown because that first trailer was so try hard and edgy that people were just like, ugh. But after I watched it, I was like, straight.
Yeah,
The
let's
season
be
2 came out,
real.
straight.
It is try hard and edgy, but that's not necessarily a detractor for the overall show.
Yeah.
Um.
But my God, the ending of season 2 was trash.
Yeah, it wasn't that great. I don't think it was like as like monumentously bad as people were making out to be, but it wasn't good.
I believe it was.
Oh, okay then.
I believe the superhero moment and that character's death, absolutely.
Okay, so like that brought it down that far for you.
Yes, it was because
There was another person
We
there
had
that
this
could have
whole-
stopped it.
there's nobody else here, and we've seen them take so many worse things, and now you just dead off it.
Yeah. Okay, I could see that for sure. So yes, there's a trailer out for that. Let's see, is there any other we didn't have a whole lot of news. The
No, it's
Supergirl costume was revealed for the Flash movie. So like there were some pictures that were posted in our Discord. They're out there. It's like shots from the set. I don't think she doesn't have a cape. I think they're just gonna CG it in. If I
Yeah,
had to
they
guess.
always do that. They've been doing that since Cavill.
Yeah. So that's not a huge shocker for me. It's like, oh, she doesn't have a cape. It's like, it'll be there.
It's easier to manipulate with the wind and stuff.
Exactly.
If they don't have an actual cape, because one little spurt of the wind could up your whole shot, and you just like, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Or you have to control it in a certain way. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just easier to just have a CG cape.
And I'm just hoping that the CG is also the reason for whatever shape those abs are in.
I don't know what's going on with
Dude,
that.
legit.
Because
I don't know if they're gonna touch up that outfit or what, because it looks mad Party City.
that looks like it looks like
Mad
N64
Party
PS1 like just like triangle abs because that's all the graphics
Yeah.
could do, polygonal abs. But yeah, that part of it looks weird. And just I think like people are kind of shell shocked by like she doesn't have blonde hair, but it's like that's kind of a tiny thing. That's okay.
And there is a black-haired Supergirl,
Oh,
so
did
it's
not know
probably
that.
that Supergirl. Yeah.
Did not know that. But yeah, we're gonna see more stuff, and like there was kind of some hints for Flash's costume, the emblem, and what have you. It doesn't look like he's a Transformer, it seems.
Good.
But
I'm surprised WB is still going on with Urza though, or Ezra. My bad, Ezra.
Ezra.
Ezra,
Ezra.
Ezra
There
Miller.
we go.
yeah,
I'm dyslexic.
Christensen. But I think it's just like it hasn't been. Sadly, it hasn't been as big as recent Hollywood scandals.
Yeah.
So I think it's like we feel.
But I think it was
safer.
like on tape and stuff.
It was.
You would think that
And
would be
I
enough to
thought
go.
they said they were
"Mm-mm."
going to release him, but then they silently brought him back.
I don't think people will sit on and what's her face being on
Amber
Aquaman
Heard.
too. Yeah.
that's gonna be that's the lie.
Yeah.
But there were reports of her being fired, and then she was brought back, and it was just like, well, she never really was fired, and
And
there's
yeah,
a bunch of side talking.
she posted like a script for Aquaman 2 on her Instagram or something. I think that's one where they're gonna make a mistake if they keep her on.
Yeah.
But you know what? It might be very Snyder-esque, where it's just like, we support her through all this and blah blah blah, and we'll go support this movie because WB made the right decision and blah blah.
So what you're saying is that the DC fans that are sticking around are also Trump supporters.
They might be.
Okay.
One
Thank you for
could
that.
make a correlation.
Okay.
WB fans are way worse than Marvel fans. I mean, DC fans. Because they swear their material is so serious and good. And it's so pretentious.
It
They're
really,
so fucking pretentious.
yeah. It really is a different breed. Like,
Ooh. Review bombing in King Kong because it's a dude.
Weird entitlement.
yeah.
I've never understood that.
And it's just
I
like
see that and restore or what was it? The
Schumacher.
restore the air cut of Suicide Squad died
Like, what
down
are you
quick.
doing?
Oh,
I
don't
like
want
how that
this.
did.
You
Have
don't want this. You don't know what you're asking for.
but now it's everything. Have you guys seen that there's now a restored the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever?
Yep.
They
Yep.
gave him a little bit of power and they
Too
went
much.
drunk.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Never give the fans what they want.
You don't negotiate with terrorists. This is what happens.
Never. All
You
right.
just dangle that carrot forever.
Exactly. So,
They are not about to have Rhea tap.
oh, you're watching
We're
WWE.
watching pay-per-view too. Yeah. That's why I kept saying WWE.
So some gaming news. I didn't know this, and actually, BG, you said it, I believe, during the Nintendo event, and I just missed it because I was probably enamored with something. River City Girls 2 and 0 were announced.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that, and give me more of that game. Because River City Girls...
It's a really good game.
we
It's
still,
really fun.
DA and I still need to play it. We keep forgetting. Because two summers ago at this point? Is that 2 summers ago? Baby Metal?
It happened right before the COVID stuff. So
Okay,
it was about
2019.
that.
Yeah, summer of 2019. I went up to Michigan to go see Baby Metal and hung out with DA for a couple days, and we recorded a bunch of stuff. And then it's been 2 years, so the audio was really shitty. That's why.
That gone.
Yeah, there's a
Big
huge.
echo.
Yeah, I now have stuff for if whenever we do this again and travel. I have like one of those like rounded, like encapsulated echo chamber things that you put around the mic that have soundproofing and stuff to avoid that. It was bad. But yeah, we
Yeah, but
played.
we had some like fun like Smash challenges and crap like that.
Yeah, we did like that, and then we also we played Ultimate Alliance 3, and that game is pretty dookie.
Big stinky.
Yes, very. And then what the fuck? Oh, and then we played River City Girls. We both had never played it before, and it just oozed charm. Fun gameplay, charm, and what have you. And we got to a certain point, but then we never picked it up again just because it is local multiplayer only. But Steam has the cloud gaming stuff where you can do local co-op games over the internet. We had that. It's not Parsec. It's actually through Steam itself.
Oh, okay.
And we tested it and we're like, hey, this works. but then we never did anything. So we
Oh,
definitely need to do that.
Gavin, it really helps with 2 players playing it.
Yes.
That was probably where the most fun to ride
Mhm.
it from.
For sure. But yeah, so River City Girls 2 coming out. The old girls are coming back, as well as the boys that you unlock later on, and the 2 new girls that are in the picture. And then 0, I believe, is just a remake of the first game to feature the girls from the first River City Girls. Excuse me.
Okay.
So yeah, those are coming out. I'm excited. Cyberpunk is finally returning to the PlayStation Digital Store
We've all been
Finally.
waiting.
Oh boy.
with the caveat from Sony themselves that says you should only play this on a PS4 Pro or the PS5. Normal
Wow.
PS4 is still gonna be shitty.
Wow.
But they can't only put it on for, just PlayStation 4 Pros. It has to be on the store itself. So yeah,
That was just like, hey, we did as much as we could.
Mhm.
Sorry if this ain't to your liking, but just PlayStation 4 need not apply.
Yeah, Cyberpunk ain't doing the greatest right now.
Dude, do you know how many people? Oh, but it's so much. Dude, y'all do not understand. You can sell 13 million and still be a flop.
Mm-hmm.
This game is not doing what they wanted.
Also, there's the sales numbers, but there's also returns, and I don't think the return negative is included in the sales positive, because a lot of people returned. So
Plus,
yeah,
you're not gonna get too many future sales after that debacle.
mm-hmm.
Or you will, but it'll be like $15 like 3 years later or whatever. You'll wait for something like that. My backlog is so huge. I am not picking up Cyberpunk. I am not picking up a game that I feel like I might be on right now.
DA said the opposite about Ace Attorney. Opposite of
Yeah, it says a lot of things.
Yeah.
That doesn't narrow it down at all.
yeah. But last thing in gaming is Nintendo's E3 Direct. That happened after last week's podcast. There's also, I believe, it was the Capcom Direct, but it was like 3 games, including Ace Attorney. Like these past couple years of, it wasn't selling, so it bad.
Oh yeah, you said that quite recently, actually.
Yeah, that's what we in the business call a joke. I don't know how much freaking Ace Attorney is selling. I don't care.
I do. It's a great game. Go buy it. Go play it.
This has been a fun experiment for like the last 5 or so years of everyone having their own press conference. It needs to stop. Please.
Oh, we're done with it?
Please.
There are some of the third parties do not. Square Enix, you do not need it.
Do it if you go, hey, look, we got some bangers coming. We got some stuff for y'all. We got enough to fill an hour. How you gonna do that? 25 minutes of a particular game that doesn't look that good? Does that sound good? I can't imagine that was on the docket. That had to be just like this is still going? Did it loop?
Gavin, I really don't. Like, imagine if the Mario Rabbids announcement was during the Nintendo Direct and we first saw it there. The Nintendo Direct would have been that much more hype. Because, Square Enix had nothing to show. Bandai Namco had nothing to show. The PC Game Show, absolutely nothing to show. The future games or whatever that was, nothing to show. How many, that's what, 5, 6 press conferences? Had absolutely nothing to show. Ubisoft had some stuff to show, but those games also could have been in the Xbox and the Nintendo one, and that still would have elevated those.
I don't think Ubi could have made Microsoft. Because I don't see what Microsoft could have done except cut like 3 minutes out of that Forza thing.
I guess if they
So-
made it longer, but yeah. Like that's
Yeah,
the
I
only
don't-
one that's still like they had enough. But yeah, just there was so much dead air between Ubisoft, Microsoft, and Nintendo. And when you have
Yeah.
EA pulling out and doing their own thing, you have Sony pulling out and doing their own thing. E3's just like it doesn't have that same luster that it did when it was just
I
like
also feel like it would have been a lot better live because you get interviews with people, you get games that aren't announced at the conference but off to the side. Because I think Injustice 2 was shown off that way. Like it wasn't properly announced at a WB conference. It was just like, here's Ed Boon to talk about Injustice 2, and it was just like showing gameplay of Injustice 2. So, you get interviews like that with IGN and stuff that can show off an Ace Attorney without Capcom needing its own conference. And that would fill up a lot of the dead air blank spaces of E3. But, you got 3-4 days to fill content. You got like 4 games to show. Cool. You get an hour. Let's go.
Yeah. And there are certain things, there's like pros and cons to both of them, because I'd rather have that just so I know what I'm getting, as opposed to it just going from a shoot bang into a smash dude into an indie title. It's like that's kind of whiplash, where you're like bam, bam, bam. I know I'm going into Nintendo for Nintendo stuff. If I don't care about this Ubisoft thing, I'm not going to watch the Ubisoft thing.
I can see
Mike is
that.
advocating for like 3 to 4.
Yeah, I was about to ask what he preferred.
Maybe not 3 to 4. Maybe 5 to 6 super conferences as opposed to 9 mid-level and 2 super conferences.
Exactly. Just compact it
But
down
my
a bit.
God, keep Devolver Digital. Keep them.
Yeah, they can do their own thing. They are completely fine. But yeah, just all the dead air and just literally all but the Nintendo stream that you joined EA was nothing.
in games live
Future
game stream. What
games.
was it? Future
Yeah,
games.
show.
One of the worst
That was
things I done
bad.
ever did see.
Terrible.
Hey, Microsoft was hype.
Yeah, but again, that's one of the heavy hitters.
Ubi
So
was straight before that blue people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ubi was straight into that blue people.
Yeah, they were definitely like I having mulled on it a little bit, I probably would rate Nintendo higher now than what I did at the end, just because I think oddly enough, because I'm such a big Nintendo fanboy, I was judging it more harshly than all the others.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being like, oh, I'm just a fan, 10 out of 10. I was just like very critical of like, it better be fucking good. So
I think also the weekend itself brought it down.
True.
So you're just like,
I was
please
so
be
drained.
good.
Because
Please
like,
just be good.
because yeah, some people are out there that they were just like Nintendo won E3. I'm like, really? I don't know. Like, it's like if that's your opinion, that's your opinion. Cool, but it's just like, but then like just like thinking on things a little bit. I'm like, this is the first new Metroid in 19 years. Like that is a huge deal. And what have you. But let's actually get into the Nintendo Direct announcements, because that's what we were originally going to talk about. So, they start off with the new Smash character announcement, which it's, again, watching other people's reactions, I find it funny, just like, who knows Tekken and who doesn't. There was just like certain people that just had...
I'm so happy they added another Shoto.
Dude, did you guys see the whole Hungry Box debacle?
Oh, dude. Of course. I'm in that community. Of course I saw it.
Oh my god. It was so dumb, but so good.
Oh yeah.
It was the good.
So, for those that don't know, Shoto, a Shoto fighter, is a very specific type of fighting game character. Ryu, Ken, and Akuma are basically like the stereotypical Shotos. You have a fireball, you have a rising anti-aerial punch, and you have like, or is the Tatsumaki an anti-aerial?
No. You're talking about a Dragon Punch.
Okay,
DP.
yeah.
You
Fireball,
have a
Dragon
Fireball,
Punch,
you have a
and a
DP,
Tatsu.
and a Tatsu. That is
Um,
a Shoto character.
yes.
Sakura is a Shoto. Dan is a Shoto. Akuma, Ryu, Ken, Shoto.
Yeah, and then depending on how strict you want to be in that definition, there are some other characters that could still be considered a Shoto. Terry, kind of. He has a fireball, he has a rising anti-aerial move, and he has like a kind of lateral moving Tatsu type move. So
Yeah, like a command kick thing.
yeah. Like I would say like Burning Knuckle is kind of like the Tatsu because it's like a straightforward move. He's got the spinning tackle, which is like basically his anti-aerial Dragon Punch, and then he has I forget the name of the move, but the one where he punches the ground and the fireball travels. I forget the name of it.
Whoa, wave!
Yeah, thank you. Some of the stuff like I hear, like especially in Smash, like I'll hear him use the move, and like I know what he's saying, but then my brain just makes it say something completely different.
Buster Wolf!
So, the reason we're getting into this whole Shoto discussion is Shoto in Smash Bros. Has just been, for the time being, a shorthand for a fighting game character. So, Ken, Ryu, and Terry. It's just been kind of the current short form because, like we said, Terry is kind of Shoto adjacent, and the other two are the Shotos. Then they add Kazuya Mishima from Tekken, which I like. There's been definitely mixed excitement for it, but like, it's a Tekken rep, Bandai Namco rep. Like, it's a big deal.
It's a new franchise in there.
Exactly.
It's a dude that a lot of people either know or know of.
Yeah, but yeah, just
It's
like
not like a Byleth where you gotta play that game. Now Tekken's been around for some 20, 25 years.
Yeah. Like, and that's the thing too, like where you guys originally thought it was Heihachi, just because like I think most people when they would first think of Tekken would think of him because he was in Soul Calibur,
especially with
he
the
was
volcano
in,
scene.
Yep.
He's known to throw people in volcanoes.
yeah, he was in Soul Calibur 2, he was in PlayStation All Stars, so it's like that thought is there. And then just like some people had no idea who the hell he was, and one of my favorite reactions that I saw, it was a Tekken player that was watching it, and his reaction immediately as the trailer started, he's like, "That's Kazuya's music." Like, it's like he knew. This is like, oh, this man is in the lore. he knows his shit. But yeah, like you guys guessed, it was a Mishima right away, and then Kazuya, and just yeah, he looks insane. Like I am eager to see how much command input is needed for this character, because Tekken has some crazy ass command inputs.
Absolutely.
They got crazy command inputs, they've got crazy normals, they've got crazy combo strings.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Like,
lag is going to factor into this very heavily, but there are going to be people that just straight die at 20-30%.
Yeah. My only concern with him is, like, and I think he is basically being his character archetype in Tekken. He is a brawler, get-in-your-face character, and there are a lot of range characters in this game. Like, to me, my first thought is he looks like his archetype reminds me of a heavy Little Mac, because we didn't really see too much of his air game besides his devil form and jumping. So I'm just like, how good is this dude's recovery and how easy can he get in? That's my big thing. It's just because there's a lot of people that can poke and keep you at range.
But there's a moment where he got his devil and he can shoot a laser. So that's something.
Yeah. So we'll see.
It looked very like Devilman puppet in the background too, which was very odd.
Oh, that was an assist trophy. That was just a joke.
Okay, I was like, is they bringing in Devilman? Is that a play on Devilman?
No, that's just that's a Nintendo assist thing from. It's an assist trophy, and it was just like, haha, devils, look, haha.
Yeah, but I absolutely agree. Because even if you watch our stream, we're like, oh yeah, Kazuya, okay, cool.
There wasn't the big paper floating in the wind and the invitation, and I got it. There wasn't that.
Like, I think
it
at this
popped
point right
in with
now,
Ganon dead, and then him in the volcano.
Yeah,
it was like, here's Kazuya.
Yeah, like there's like the music was very subtle and what have you. Like you go to that to like Sephiroth's, as soon as the boom bum bum, like the people freaked the F out. Like, so yeah, like it wasn't quote unquote hype, but it is still an amazing entry. And just all the freaking moves this guy has. So many. And like that's the thing, like we were talking about combos. I am wondering if the 10-hit combo is just like his side B, or if you literally have to do a 10-hit
Combos.
combo like in Tekken.
There is no way that that's just the side B.
What if it's just the keep hitting A?
There's no way that that's keep hitting
His
A.
jab.
It was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, near the end they show like here's all the moves that he has, and they show like rising tackle and things like that. I'm thinking that it's going to be very input heavy. You're going to have to work for this one, because you're not just going to get a free 10-hit combo that launches at the end
For like 30-something%
for mashing B. You're not going to do that.
Yeah, we shall see in 8 days. 8 days. Wow, that's close.
Yep.
We will get the in-depth presentation, and he'll probably be released not too far after that because it's been a little bit since
probably
Pyra/Mythra. So we started off with that.
And then a whole lot of nothing until the end.
There's no, no.
Whole lot of nothing until the end.
Bruh, it was like sprinklings.
Ralph is a Nintendo hater, so he's going to say things.
Oh
like
yes.
that.
So
Whole lot of nothing.
bunch of some small little
Changed my
announcements here
mind.
and there, like Life is Strange is coming to the Switch and what have you. And then the
I
big
was
thing,
happy.
which I said earlier, so they come on saying, "Hey, we don't have anything to show for Metroid Prime 4 right now," which is what I expected. They're like, "But we have something else Metroid to show you," and it is the first true sequel to Metroid in 19 fucking years. Like we missed it while we were watching it because they actually said it in the press conference, but like Metroid Fusion came out almost 20 years ago. Thank you, Gavin. Ralph does suck. And
Nintendo
True to form.
and yeah, like all of the like mainstay Metroid games are amazing. Like there's a reason that genre, half of it is Metroidvania. Metroid is immensely fun. Games to play just because they've made remakes of a couple of the games. There's the original Metroid, but the Metroid Zero Mission is a remake of the first game and actually goes a little bit more slightly more into lore. The game is it doesn't overtly like give you story. It's very Dark Souls in essence, where it's like you have to just, it shows you the story. It doesn't really tell you the story in an essence. Then next is Samus Returns. There was a Game Boy version that came out forever ago, but the 3DS one that just came out is what they're heavily basing this new game off of, so that would be a good one to play. It was a very good game as well. Super Metroid on the SNES, and it has been re-released in virtual console format all over the damn place. Arguably the best Super Nintendo game that was made. I would consider it that, but there's, Link to the Past, Super Mario World, what have you. But Super Metroid is legitimately, it could be in top 10 lists for multiple people. It's a very, very, very good game. And then Metroid Fusion that came out on the Game Boy Advanced that's Metroid 1, Metroid 2, Metroid 3, Metroid 4. And they kind of, like in their trailers, they will put Metroid and then the number next to it, but the games aren't called that. The Prime trilogy, as well as Other M, were like in between those games. I think Prime...
Other M. Haha.
Yeah. Prime takes place between, I believe, Metroid 1 and 2, actually. Yes, because Ridley shows up at the end of Metroid 2, and he has basically removed all the meta crap from his transformations in those games, the Prime trilogy. And then Other M takes place between Super Metroid and Fusion. Honestly, too, and I kind of wish they would like do a like modern remake after this of the first Metroid and add some story stuff from the prequel manga, which is actually pretty good. I would recommend reading the prequel manga of Metroid. because you kind of like.
I am reading no more manga right now except the ones I already have.
Sure.
I need to catch up on stuff.
Wasn't directly talking to you.
No, shut up. Nobody read no more ever. Seriously, we're done here. There's unless you're talking about Comey, we're not recommending anything.
But because like a lot of the people in Other M, like one of the big complaints is like Samus is scared to death of Ridley. There's a reason for it. It's explained in the manga. You shouldn't have to go to other sources in order to know that. That's why I'm saying they should remake the first game and have it in a game. But there's a reason for it.
How about Other M just being poopy?
That's the thing. The gameplay's fine. It's fun. There's just
okay.
dumb stuff
Story, though.
in the story that, like, again, and like some of the stuff, the big thing, that part that I'm saying that people complain about, there's an actual reason for it. There's other stuff though that's stupid in that story. Yeah, it's just they really dropped the ball in the writing department in that game. But yes, the first 4 games, and then this Dread looks really, 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 really good. I'm super looking forward to that. I'm surprised they kept it under wrap. I guess I shouldn't say they kept it under wraps. People knew that it was in development, but it's been in development hell for 15 years.
6 years. Oh, 15. I thought it was 6.
No. They tried to make it. So after the Nintendo Direct, they had their Nintendo Treehouse, which is like in-depth looks at all of some of the games that they announced. One of them being Dread. And they had the guy who's been making Metroid for the last 30 years talk about it. And he basically said, like, we tried making this game 15 years ago, but the technology wasn't where we wanted it to be, so we stopped. Then we picked it up again like 4 or 5 years later, but we still weren't happy with it, so we dropped it. And it wasn't until they brought in I forget the name of the studio, but there's a studio that helped make the remake of Metroid 2, Samus Returns, that they're like, oh, these people are really good and they have a deep understanding of this franchise. So they brought them on to help make Dread, and it basically exceeded Nintendo's expectations of what they were trying to do with the game. So that's why it finally came out. So yeah, I am stupid excited for this game, and just from the gameplay stuff that they showed off during the Treehouse, it looks really damn good.
It's a lot of fun.
Yes. New suit looks awesome.
Love the suit.
Like, some of the Metroid Prime suits have been a little iffy. Fusion suit was a little iffy, but this is like a cool combination of the Varia suit and the Fusion suit. And yeah, I can't wait for this game. Bunch of other smaller announcements. Then they showed off, I believe next was WarioWare. Get it together. Oh, there was something before too, but I'll circle back to that. Which is the first WarioWare since the Wii, right?
I can tell you, I've never been a fan of WarioWare.
I'm
not a fan of micro games.
I thought one of us was. Oh, it was on the 3DS?
Yeah, I'm saying 3D. Okay, yep. Both of them saying it.
Yeah. Yeah. It is a franchise that is very, 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 very popular with people. So I know that was a big heavy hitter. We missed Mario Party. They basically are using the like current engine of Super Mario Party and making a collection of mini games and levels from the first 3 games from the N64 era, which is my favorite era of Mario Party. And so I guess, Gavin, what do you mean by that? Because the newest one is very good. I love Super Mario Party.
The only time that I can say definitively that they ruined Mario Party is when they put everybody in the cart and you all moved at the same time.
Correct.
I hated that. That was trash.
Yeah, that was dumb. But yeah, the newest one was
did that?
Wii U.
It's terrible.
The Wii U one did
Terrible.
that.
Yeah, dude. No wonder the Wii U stay flopping. That had Bale too. It had her with the haircut, which you know we have our opinions on. Everybody we all dislike vehemently. This was the consensus on the podcast. But yeah,
Gavin, they are using the old mechanics. They aren't doing like the special dice and stuff like that. It is pure.
Oh, that's spoopy.
It is pure N64 Mario Party with updated graphics and stuff and better controls and what have you.
I do not believe that this should be $60, but it's gonna be because it's Nintendo.
Oh, of course. I'm still gonna buy it.
Of course.
But
That's fun.
But yeah, I
why
am
it's
very
60.
like the cake level, like seeing that cake level, just like the middle of my right hand just started pulsing with pain, remembering the blisters from the first
But what
Mario
they were
Party.
thinking with that first Mario Party,
Legit.
with many a controller on that
It
board.
had
my-
to be just a big racket of just like, big controllers sitting on their throne, just like, we gonna get them. We gonna sell so many of them. They're gonna break after 2 rotations, and then who they gonna come back to? Mr. Nintendo. And guess what happened? We played with them broken controllers.
To me, it wasn't broken controllers; it was just broken hands with just
No.
Whoa,
pure
no,
blister in
sir.
the middle from the rotation.
Okay, so you weren't playing hard enough. You didn't want that victory enough to break your controller.
just them ridges dug
Nah.
into
Nah,
your skin.
there were certain controllers that were the Mario Party controllers that were drifting. It's like you can go buck wild on them, but these 2 controllers over here, take it easy.
There were some with the analogs that were just as loose as you wanted it to be, to where you would have to practically pull it out and up to move forward in 007.
Oh my god.
You weren't playing hard enough,
Yeah.
or we were playing too hard.
And then
We can meet in the middle.
and then Mario Golf we missed. The showed off some more stuff. The battle mode looks it's Mario Kart battle mode but golf. What more can
That
you
game
say?
looks insanely fun.
So yeah, that comes out in like a week or so, I believe. So we got those. Then surprise for me, I never played these games, but I know people that did. The Advance War remakes were a huge surprise to me. I thought Nintendo had all but forgotten that game franchise. I still need to message. There's my one buddy that I know that just played it all the damn time. I haven't messaged him yet. So there's that.
Good. I'm happy that people are getting what they want. That's good for them.
Sure didn't have that tone at the last announcement. So then the last announcement game, it was a bunch of Zelda stuff. We got a little bit of view into the DLC for Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. Showed off a little bit more Skyward Sword. Showed off the Zelda Game & Watch, which it's I do collect stuff. I'm an amiibo boy. But those are like $12 versus this, which is probably gonna be like $40, and then once it's sold out, is gonna go for like $300 more than likely.
It's
Also,
such a joke.
I'm pissed. I haven't gotten. Or no, wait. Did I? I haven't gotten the Metroid ones at retail price yet. I keep missing
Retail price, okay, sir.
keep missing the announcements.
Yeah,
I have
retail
I
price.
have a pre-order from the UK, but if I can snag one for retail
my
price, it's getting
goodness.
canceled.
Oh my.
Okay.
Mike,
Okay.
you will pay that $80 shipping for this?
It's not $80.
Gonna be real
Okay,
close
what's the
to it.
shipping?
It's not $80.
It's like 50 to 60 total with shipping.
Okay.
It's like double the price with both of them. So, and that's about how far I'm willing to pay, because the Samus Returns.
if you're willing to
I checked out them Samus Returns ones on eBay, and one of them of the two is going for like $200. It's like no,
That's
no,
not too bad.
no, thank you.
Bruh, if
They
you
look
seen
awesome.
them PS5s, shut up.
That's not predatory at all.
No, not at all.
Have you seen what in PS Vita Vita TVs are going for, or PS TVs are going for? They're like
No.
$300. They were like 50.
They were
Eh.
wildly unpopular.
The graphics cards that they came out with recently, the RTX 380s,
Oh,
my God,
gross.
you can get them below triple the price. You should count your blessings.
And those are like $1,500 graphics cards.
Yes, you looking at
Retail.
5K, bruh.
Yeah. And then the last thing that they showed off was some new footage for Breath of the Wild 2. And I was giddy as fuck. There's already speculation going on about all the stuff that was shown.
That was a lot of nothing.
A lot of nothing, but it was just
it was a tease.
I
It
guess.
was a tease. It was a tease.
If you care about it, it's a lot.
Yes. There's
Because to me, if they just showed a picture of Bayonetta and her hairstyle, that'd be enough. That would be 5, 10 stars, just like perfect. Mwah.
But I can
So long
understand
as
that.
it's good.
I can understand that for you because Bayonetta 3 was announced what 6 years ago,
So
4 or 5. Like, understandable. You want Bayo. You want them to show. Breath of the Wild is one of the most successful games of all time, and they're just showing the second one.
You don't think I want Zelda?
I didn't say that.
Sir.
I didn't say that. The time between announcement and teaser reveal was short enough for this to should have been substantive in some way.
I just want the hairstyle.
Oh my Jesus.
Hairstyle.
Oh my
And then say that it
Jesus.
exists and we're working on it. Then gameplay, then
Oh my
date.
God.
In that order.
But yeah, like there's stuff that has been shown as far as like the lore of this Zelda world, of this Hyrule, that what they showed in the trailer there is theory crafting and stuff that is actually happening. Like, it doesn't seem like a lot, but there was meaty bits.
That sounds fun. I'm happy for you.
Don't take my bit. Don't take my bit.
And we have a release year, but we'll see how that holds. Shit, there was something else that I wanted to say about it, and then I got distracted. Oh, Nintendo later announced that, like, people were like, why didn't they announce the name? But apparently the name is going to have spoilers for the game, so they're holding off on that as long as they can, which makes sense. So yeah, there was, and like the rest of it was indie titles or re-announcing certain things like Mario and Rabbids and what have you, Guardians of the Galaxy, Monster Hunter stories, what have you. But yeah, overall, they were definitely the second best, no question. Not hard. The Xbox, Nintendo, Ubisoft, Devolver Digital is being put underneath that, but it could honestly go up just based on showmanship.
As far as entertaining, it is the most entertaining conference.
Gavin, what was so good about Xbox? To me, the Battlefield trailer, awesome. The multiplayer looks fun as shit. I actually really enjoyed the Rainbow Six Extraction. I super enjoyed Halo. We got, even though there's cinematic trailers, we got Starfield, we got oh fuck. Outer Worlds, thank you. Outer Worlds. As well
Which
as
was one of the best trailers I've ever seen in my life.
Yes. Bar none. And like other smaller announcements like Nintendo had. There was a couple of indie games in there that looked really good too. 12 minutes. We got finally another little glimpse into that. There was a lot of good in it.
I want that game.
There was a lot of good in that, and that was the big thing, is like they just kept showing games. You're gonna have hit and miss with what games you liked and what games you didn't like, but they were showing off a bunch of games. Rainbow Six was Ubisoft. Sorry, you were correct.
Yeah. I can understand Starfield. Starfield told me I felt nothing for that. Like nothing.
But we did get a release date.
Yeah, but like Starfield has been in development for like 8 years. Like
Sure.
I felt nothing for it. They're gonna start the trailer off with a teaser trailer for that.
But
Redfall looks good, even though it was just a cinematic trailer. I think it went on way too long.
they
But it
showed
looks
a little
good.
bit of Back for Blood in this one, right?
Yep.
Yes. So that game, honestly, the singular WB Back for Blood vignette was below Devolver Digital. Everything else is just trash below Back for Blood. Because they showed off an awesome game mode, they did some explanations, showed off a little trailer, and got the F out.
Hey, here's what you could do with the monsters. Here's what you could do with the people. Bye.
Yeah.
Here's a no dumb gamer chatting. Nothing.
Yep.
Just like, here's what it is, yo. Oh, that sounds cool. Oh, yes, it is cool. Bye.
Yeah, I feel like a big thing too is like if you have good like there might be some nostalgia also playing into at least like my experiences because I've played Battlefield and had enjoyable experiences with multiplayer. Ralph has really enjoyed Battlefield multiplayer in the past, so he really is really
fuck
looking
yeah.
forward to Battlefield.
I
Me,
fucking cannot
My first
wait.
multiplayer game was Halo 3, and the
Man, that
multiplayer.
does-
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
And the multiplayer of Halo 3 or Halo Infinite looks very much based off of Halo 3. So it hit me in all the right places. All the added stuff looks fun as shit. The maps are huge. It looks to a T what I want from Halo. So
Looks like
That
Halo.
man
It does.
that
It looks
does
like Halo.
not, as a man that does not care about Battlefield or Halo, I want both of those games.
I need Battlefield so bad.
Battlefield looked ridiculous. And
I
whenever
can't
EA shows it off on their little thing, I'm gonna lap it up just as much.
I can't fucking wait.
and that's actually an excellent caveat as a too. A good chunk of these games are coming to Game Pass if you have it. And what is it, like $15 a month? Game Pass?
That's for
that?
Ultimate. I pay like 10 because I don't care about Xbox Live
Okay.
right now.
Okay, so it's $10 a month. Right? Game Pass?
Yeah, for me.
Like you $10 a month, you get a fuck ton of really good games, which now Bethesda games are being added to that list. And
And it comes with EA Pass
yeah,
or EA Play.
like all the different games that Bethesda makes and they publish, so the 2 new Doom games, Elder Scrolls, what have you. Like there's a lot
Starfield when it comes there.
of stuff.
Yes. Game Pass is a fantastic value. I'm just tired of people talking about when's PlayStation's Game Pass. Like everybody needs to follow the Game Pass model now.
I can see that. I can see that complaint.
Like,
anyways.
Why?
No, I mean your view of it.
Oh yeah, okay. Because like Nintendo, they do not do sales on their games a lot. You're gonna get the thing $60. Hyrule Warriors 1 is probably still $60.
Oh, let's check. Hold on.
While he's checking, yeah. So like, it's what the people are willing to pay, and people were not willing to buy Xbox exclusives for a very long time. So coming to Game Pass was a boom. Crackdown 3 would have died on delivery,
If not,
died
for the Halo
on
multiplayer.
arrival. If not,
DOA. Absolutely.
for
Halo 3.
Halo multiplayer and it being on Game Pass. So
Or no,
it's a great
Halo
game,
multiplayer
but-
was the original Crackdown. Sorry.
No, I was talking. Okay, Crackdown 3, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Sony, they're still putting out games that people are playing $60 for in Returnal, in Ratchet and Clank. People still will pay for these in the millions of users.
Oh yeah.
So Game Pass is not good for them. Even if they get 15 million users out the gate, they're still losing revenue on people just straight buying their $70 games.
So Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition on the Switch on the Nintendo eShop is still $60.
Yep.
At
Full
GameStop,
price.
however, it's $55.
Hey, what a bargain.
Put a little change in the GameStop's pocket.
Yeah. And then, right next to it is the new Hyrule Warriors for just $5 more.
There's no regulation on that kind of shit, so it doesn't matter.
I wish these Atelier games would go on sale. They stay at $60. Rorona came out in 90 years ago. Why is it still $40? Disgusting.
Like a dragon, so very well, and that boy goes on sale all the time.
It's on the Game Pass right now.
Mug is free.
Nintendo has like it's weird. They have the like friendliest, unfriendly consumer practices in the world. In the sense of the products that they put out are 9 times out of 10 quality. They are not buggy. They work and what have you. In terms of games, I'll say, in terms of games. But they don't drop down those prices for years. I feel like it's like the expectation. It's like, we put out quality. It has staying power. It's like, no. Do what other people do, please.
Please.
But yeah, overall, E3, besides like the 3 aforementioned like kind of heavy hitters, just was overall kind of dull. And that's where my whole thing is. It's just like, I'd rather have more concise conferences that have bigger announcements. Like it's either it's like they do that, or it's like a one game show like they did for Back 4 Blood.
Back 4 Blood.
Like
I
granulated
can see that.
even
Here's
more.
25 minutes of this,
Yeah.
and then 3 hours later, here's 25 minutes of our other game.
Yeah, like just like granulated even more than it is now, or go back to 7 years ago. One of the two, just because, yeah, Square Enix was so bad. And I keep getting fucking promoted tweets for Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like, stop! Twitter! I don't care!
No, this is what you want, right? No, this is what you want, right?
Keep feeding me the Metroid Dread ones. A-okay, stop showing me Guardians!
Google heard you talking about it, and it's targeted ads.
And I'm probably
How
gonna
it works,
get
sir.
30 more now that I've talked. You're right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's E3. So the last thing that we're gonna talk about today is arguably the biggest news that came out of last weekend, last week.
I have nothing to say about this.
This is so fucking
It's just
hilarious.
dumb.
It is so funny.
It's dumb. It's dumb.
That doesn't make it not funny. So there was some with the heaviest of air quotes controversy
Dumb.
on the internets, where the makers of Harley Quinn, they are currently working on season 3. Did not know that. Very happy about it. And they talked about how they had to remove a particular scene of, at first it was like, it was being reported as Catwoman and Batman having sex. And I'm like, well, that's weird. They've done that in the comics multiple times. That's just, I don't know. That seems weird. But then the reports got more specific, and it was Batman performing oral sex going down on Catwoman. And DC apparently put the kibosh on that super quick because, and I quote, heroes don't do that.
Look at here. Batman don't eat the coochie. All right. I don't know how
The
much,
amount.
I don't know how much clearer I can make this. All right. Just know we're not having that. Yeah, we know that you're doing all this stuff with the wacky characters and King Shark and Clayface is an actor. Batman don't do that. All right.
The amount of Batman comic authors that came out and in some form of another alluded to this fun point of, why do you think he only wears half a face mask? Come on now. I've seen that from like 4 different Batman authors. Like,
We need to spell this out for you.
Which led to...
I have said forever, Batman is a bum, and it's just proven time and time again. You think Soup ain't using that super tongue? Get out of here. But so he can't do that. selfish.
I don't know,
That's
man.
ridiculous.
DC left a plural. Heroes don't do that. I think in
Bruh,
their eyes,
bruh,
supes
bruh,
don't do it either.
Bruh, Lois is not allowing Superman not to go down. Period. Period.
Nah, heroes don't do that.
Why do we have this information? Why was it just like somebody leaked that? Just like, look at here what DC is doing.
Somebody
look at
leaked
how
it.
Look at.
They
It
were
was
just
an
like,
interview.
yeah.
Oh, it was. It was just an
Yeah,
interview.
one of the producers or something was just like,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
DC pretty much allows us to do anything. I mean, there was one scene they took out.
They're salty about that.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
mad. Just like, this really? All right, okay. Mhm. Yeah, all right.
You literally
Keep it under your
have
cap until the moment that you need it.
Poison Ivy melting people with acid over a bay. But Batman, no. You know, go
All the
down
stuff
there.
they did with Jim Gordon last season,
Oh my god.
and we, but nah,
But no.
not Batman.
And just this
He a
led to
bum,
like,
y'all.
so many
Is this your king? Is this your king?
and this led to just so much discourse on Twitter. Just like people are like, all right, who does go down though? Nightwing, definitely. He is just a ladies'
Oh,
man.
Oh, yeah.
Through and through. He has slept with half of the Teen Titans. It's like,
Oh, you know that.
he for sure. And just people were going down the list, and now I'm seeing so much art.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, 1000%.
much art.
Zack Snyder put his fingers in the pie too, proverbially.
Oh,
Yeah, he did.
what'd he
Yes,
say?
he did.
You just said canon, and it was a pic of Batman seemingly going down.
Yeah, it was Batman eating out Catwoman.
Ah.
Oh yeah, Flash definitely does. Any speedster, you might as well just put it up. Anybody with super speed, just put your hands up.
I don't know what they were trying to do by denying this.
That
What
was-
is
that-
this doing?
Does Captain America?
Captain America? No. Missionary eye contact for the express purposes of procreation.
Are you
That
having
ain't
a good time?
Night, pure milk toes. Only wet night.
He the way I assume Hank Hill.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Tony
Oh my
does
God.
everything.
Oh yeah, Tony definitely does.
Everything.
You want to bring an alligator in? Hey, why not?
Fuck it, let's go.
Thor is interesting.
Oh, he does for sure, too.
I
I think
about that.
I think Thor does. Easy.
I don't know. I feel like he's a top man. He's just like
Thor,
Yeah,
a
I
very
am mighty.
selfish individual.
I like to me
Maybe he
it's
did
Christian
found
Bale
his
and
love.
Basic Instinct. Is that the movie?
What are we talking about? As a welcome to the podcast, man.
But Basic Instinct's the movie I'm thinking of, right? Where the sex scene where Christian Bale's looking at himself in the mirror and
Yeah.
flexing while he's doing a woman. That's Thor.
That's
to
American
me.
Psycho. That's American
American
Psycho.
Psycho. Sorry. Basic Instinct's the one with the vagina shot. That's
Yes.
but yeah, American Psycho. That to me is Thor. is he is a top man and he's looking at himself in the mirror.
Yeah, this is just meat on his penis.
Yeah. This is just expected for the God of Thunder. It's very Kratos-esque.
Yes, for sure.
You said
Just like head in the pillow, go on.
Thor $8.
No,
For
Hulk hate
$8.
Hulk hate fucks.
Hulk $8.
Hulk definitely does. I don't know if Banner does. I think Banner is.
Banner
Banner
seems like he
can't.
would want to please a woman.
Banner can't. That's the problem. If he gets too
Why not?
excited, it turns into Hulk.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know if it's
starts.
excitement or
That's
anger.
the foreplay, Mike. That's the foreplay, and then it becomes hide the zucchini.
Eh. Oh my god. Yeah.
Hal Jordan, I'm gonna say no.
Hal Jordan gets pegged.
You know what? No, I'll take I'll take Hal Jordan. Guy Gardner does not.
Guy
Gardner
Gardner gets
absolutely
pegged 3 times.
This is such a conversation we're
This
having.
did not need to go in this direction.
Yes,
If-
it
if-
did.
Wolverine does not.
No, he does not.
Wolverine is straight animal. Take them clothes off, bend over.
Deadpool
Cyclops
does.
absolutely does. Cyclops is the man.
Yeah, Deadpool does for sure.
Deadpool.
Yeah,
Yeah, to hide his face, that would be even better. I feel like
Yeah.
Deadpool would do that.
Deadpool, I feel like is up for literally anything. Bondage,
Yeah,
pegging.
He's also up there with Stark. He's just like, fuck it, bring in the alligator, bring in two
Yeah.
alligators.
And he can literally bring back anything just because of his fourth wall shit. Your sexual fantasy can be granted by Deadpool.
Beast absolutely does.
Yes.
Gambit absolutely does.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Oh, for sure.
Professor Xavier.
Hawkman does.
Hmm.
Who?
Professor
Xavier.
Xavier.
Yeah, what else he got?
I feel like he doesn't even need that. He could probably just be like, "You're having an orgasm right now."
Yeah, probably. Magneto.
Magnus does not.
Toys.
He spreads his seed
He's-
to the other mutants.
Magnus is a toy man.
Right, and welcome to the podcast.
Oh my
I'm
god.
just saying. I'm just trying to prove that WB rep wrong by going heroes absolutely. Reed Richards absolutely does.
Oh,
How
boy.
do they?
Oh boy.
You gotta go across the board. No, none of them do because they are heroes. So, like, as soon as you become a hero, it's just like, okay, that part of my life is done.
Beast Boy,
That's silly.
definitely.
Gavin,
Beast Boy,
absolutely every Titan does.
every.
Every Titan.
Oh boy,
But Batman don't.
this is.
I think we're
How
I think
do
we're gonna move on from this point now. We're done here. Let's
You
finish
don't need
up,
your
shall
tongue
we?
to have a kid. Did you go through the right sex ed?
We're done here. That's it. We're ending on that. We're done on that. It is 11 o'clock. Let's wrap this shit up.
20 facts about hairstyles.
Real quick,
I was hoping
before
for
we
coochie facts.
check out. Before we check out, has everyone read the new chapter of My Hero?
Dude.
You literally just said, all right, we gonna end on that. We're done.
And now
Okay,
you want
but-
another 15
Do
minutes?
you guys want a 45-minute conversation real quick?
I thought that no, but we need to talk. We need to start next podcast with My Hero. There's a real discussion.
No, we're
that's gotta
doing
be
it
had.
now. We'll forget. We're doing it now.
No,
Deku sucks.
Deku's very bad. I've heard too many justifications about why he's acting like that. It's all trash.
That's it.
His
I want
his costume trash.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Is the final panel of the new chapter
It's
where
terrible.
it looks like the mangaka is just doing some berserk shit. That is a
It looks-
berserk fucking design.
It looks like it look like in one of those dumb Venom kids.
Like Riot.
Riot and Phase and all them bush. Seems like one of them mad lame ones. But you're like, no, it's still cool because it's a Venom kid.
Like
No,
this,
it's not.
This isn't the same character.
No,
It's
he's-
not.
It's not the same character.
It was too drastic of a change to me.
That's the big just
the-
mindset.
The shitty thing is that they've already crushed and fucking shoved down our throats what's going to happen. How they're going to bring Deku back from this dark hole he's in. Stain. He's gonna have that face-to-face mirror fight where Stain says, "You're not the kid that I let live."
You're no longer worthy.
Exactly. It's telegraphed. It's terrible. This chapter is infuriating.
Or the Stain kill All Might.
No,
That's what I
Stain
was
worships
thinking.
All Might. I don't think so.
No, he thinks he's worthy.
Exactly. And he's still worthy. Nothing's
No,
changed.
he's no longer worthy.
How?
He's not a hero. He can't be.
He saw the conversation between Deku and All Might where Deku basically punked him out, and he's sitting there with his sopping wet lunch, kneeling in the rain, crying. That's not All Might.
All Might is still trying to care for somebody. He's still selflessly trying to care for somebody. the heart of the hero is still
How
there.
so?
And that's
Why is he
what
there?
Stan is talking about.
No, why is he there?
Why is who there?
Why does it need to be All Might?
Because All Might's his caretaker. It's not greatly written. I'm not
No,
going on
that's
that way.
selfish. It's All Might being selfish. All Might could have given that to anybody. Anybody that could better protect themselves.
Too deep of a point for what I think the author's going for here, to be
Oh,
honest.
so the author sucks.
The author's
Yes.
just he's trying to get to a certain point,
Yep.
but he doesn't know how to get there. So he's just
Yep.
like, Deku's just acting so irrationally, and he's
Yep.
dark and it. But why? And people
Yep.
just go, no, this is the same Deku. He's still helping people, but he's doing it in the wrong way. He's just so single-mindedly focused on helping people. It's not just about helping people. It's about inspiring people. It's about doing it with a smile, being that symbol of peace, not just helping. For some reason, he's missing that. You need to be the symbol of peace thing, not just help people thing.
With Injustice Superman, you saw Superman go from Superman to the villain within those 5 years. Deku goes from Superman to Injustice Superman in the span of a month that we don't even see.
It's
I just shared it in our
Gavin
Discord,
gave a
but
really
the tweet that made me want to bring it up is that exact thing. I'll share it in the chat too. I believe I can. Yes,
Gavin
I
gave
can.
a really good analogy too. To bring things back to Titans, Deku has become the fuck Batman of My Hero.
Oh yeah.
Just it like you have that.
What
vision-
happened to my dorky boy?
Yeah. This tweet is what the reason why I wanted to bring it up tonight, at least to some degree.
There's no look at his feet. Come on now, those shoes. That's purposeful edge.
Oh yeah. His hands, dude. He's got claws. He's got claws, dude.
Like this, the
This
whole
is
thing was
terrible.
this was the suit that his mom made for him.
Yep.
Like, and it was
This
like
is
such
and you got Gran Torino's scarf as well.
like such.
You would think that he would care for that, but he doesn't. Why do you have it if you're just gonna be up there in tatters? This is terrible. I hate this. It just keeps getting worse. And then we got that big last chapter, the last panel of just big boom, and then they open it up and it's like, good thing we escaped from that.
Yeah, that was pretty easy to do. But let's sit around and talk for like 7 pages.
Oh no, Death Arms retired.
Who?
Why should I give a about Death Arms? And whole big page of this. Why is Deku acting like this? Oh, bro. This is really, really bad.
It's not good.
It's infuriatingly bad. I cannot believe that week after week it goes it bounces between wow, this is an absolute nothing chapter to this is one of the worst chapters of the year. Only beaten by My Hero the next week.
It's like One Piece like 4 years ago. The record is being broken by One Piece. Previously set by One Piece.
I just cannot believe this.
It's bad. But yeah, no, we need to have a real deep dive next week. So
I think this is it. Like it's
you think so? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, let's see what the next chapter brings us.
yeah.
But yeah, facts.
It'll bring us more screaming.
There you go. All right, fact time.
I hate this. I hate this in manga.
20
That
facts
guy.
about hairstyles.
7.
Bayonetta.
Yeah,
Mm.
there you go. You got it. Nope, that one's not good.
9.
People in North Korea are legally only allowed to have one of 28 haircuts. Men and women can only choose between 14 styles.
Wow.
What country?
North
North
Korea.
Korea.
North Korea. That's
Makes
not-
sense.
And they just all choose to do the bowl cut?
Wow.
Wow.
No, they're different styles, different bowl cuts, different sizes of bowls.
give me the number one. I got you, fam.
Snip, snip. All right, get up. Next. Number 1, please. You got it.
Can I get a number one with a number 2 on the side,
Ooh,
please?
no.
Oh, let's
Yeah,
check
sure
with
you
the
can.
government. Click, click.
Yeah, that's when you get sent to the gulag.
This is what do you think it's security, but it's just a motherfucker to shoot people that want a 15.
No affiliation with the government.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm glad 9 was
know.
good because as soon as Ralph said 7, I was gonna be 11, and then BG said 9, and I was still gonna say 11. I was just like, oh no.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay, we're done.
All right, thank you everybody for tuning into this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. We will see you next week.
Later.